57-year-old Vance Bolter, suspected of assassinating one Minnesota lawmaker and nearly killing another, was found overnight by police. He is said to have willingly turned himself over to officers after being found in a field.
Bolter exploited the trust our uniforms are meant to represent. That betrayal is deeply disturbing to those of us who wear the badge with honor and responsibility.
When this sort of evil is in one of our communities, that law enforcement comes together to put all of their resources together to make sure that that person is taken into custody.
Former federal prosecutor and Holtzman Vogel partner Jonathan Fahey joins me now. Jonathan, your reaction to the suspect's arrest?
Well, it's great news that he was arrested. I just saw it this morning, and it really does show probably strong coordination with both state, federal, local law enforcement, and they did a great job catching this guy. But I think on that earlier clip you're showing, he really is, when they say the face of evil, there's nothing better to describe what this person did other than just pure evil, to go to someone's home, kill them, just for not that there would ever be a justification, but to just show up at their door, murder them in cold blood, just truly horrific, not only for them, but the entire community around them. So great news that he was caught. Great work by law enforcement there. Yeah,
and the suspected motive is that he was targeting people who support abortion rights. He does have an online presence, and it shows that he was a devout Catholic, a pastor who preached at a church in the Congo. And one of his Facebook posts said he sought out militant Islamists in order to share the gospel and tell them that violence wasn't the answer. You just called him the face of evil. How do you go from devout Catholic to committing these crimes, wearing this mask that we see on our screen, and killing two people and attempting to kill two others?
Yeah, it's really kind of scary, because it does appear that maybe just something snapped with this guy, because at least if you see that, it doesn't look like this would be the person that would be later killing people or have intent to murder people in his head. But certainly something may have happened that changed this guy, but it is just hard to tell. And maybe they'll find that out as they dig deeper into it, not only social media, but they're going to do extensive interviews with family, friends, neighbors, other people that know him. So they may get some more insight onto that, but it is very troubling to see that.
Yeah, and then one of the other major elements of this case, Jonathan, is that he didn't impersonate a police officer. And that's something that you can't undo, you can't unsee. Are you concerned about copycats when it comes to this, and how does law enforcement mitigate that?
Yeah, I would be concerned about copycat people doing this. Also, the other thing is, it sort of erodes trust in law enforcement. Not that law enforcement didn't do a phenomenal job here, but now if people encounter law enforcement, particularly in that area, they may be hesitant to either cooperate with them and things like that. And you have so many instances now of these swatting instances where people call 911 on unsuspecting homeowners and police come, and you do think there's more potential violence because of this. And I think the way you overcome it is just probably time, and people again build trust. And again, the police did everything